Hey everyone, it's FLAK. Battlefield 2042's first couple of years were rough, but the game is now in a far better state. EA claims it's committed to the franchise and has levied a ton of resources to take it to the next level. This includes putting Apex Legends, Titanfall, and Call of Duty guru Vince Zampella in charge and assigning 4 studios to work on Battlefield experiences as part of the connected Battlefield universe. I've long wondered when some of these big moves are gonna start to pay off, and it looks like we might not have to wait that much longer. DICE has already confirmed that Battlefield 2042 Season 6 will include a new map, weapons, and a vehicle, but is that just the start of something bigger? There have been rumors of a new Battlefield experience on the horizon for quite some time. Whispers of a survival game mode, battle royale, or extraction shooter. Could EA really drop a new game or standalone experience just out of the blue? Well, the answer is yes, right? It's happened before with Apex Legends and Titanfall, and it may also happen for Battlefield. The evidence is compelling. There's a lot of stuff happening in Battlefield 2042 right now. For example, EA have introduced a twist in the game's narrative. NOPATs, the soldiers of Battlefield 2042, have gone missing. Players have been unraveling this wild story for the past few weeks now. Company Archangel has been disappearing soldiers as part of Project Boreas, a program rumored to test cybernetics and mind control technology. A trail of evidence leads to a Scottish island called Borere and an underground facility. I also received a package in the mail, supposedly from one of Battlefield 2042's specialists named Pipe. It contains a blood-spattered and damaged NOPAT ID card as well as a note. This describes Boreas as, quote, a tomb, end quote, and pins the blame for whatever's about to happen squarely on Archangel. Pike also reveals the FindNopats.com initiative is actually a smokescreen by Archangel to distance themselves from Boreas. Even more concerning, text from in-game player cards reveals Boreas is overseen by an AI, and soldiers forced to fight under the program face what are described as Geists, which can translate in German, for example, to ghosts or spirits. With Boreas described as a tomb, is it such a stretch to assume soldiers might have been reanimated? Similarly, completing a new Easter egg unlocks a charm that showcases a brain overlaid by electrical circuits, and nearby you'll spot scrawling on a wall that reads, quote, his dark creations will end us all, end quote. That's incredibly ominous, and I really don't know how it fits in the existing structure of Battlefield 2042, right? The game has 2 factions, the Russians and the US, so how does this narrative survive contact with a horde of undead cybernetic soldiers? The easy answer for me is that it doesn't. I've talked about it before in a previous video, but it seems like Battlefield 2042 has sort of wrapped up the game's original narrative with the environmental disasters and the international espionage. So, will we get a new faction in Battlefield 2042, or are we going to get something else entirely? I do think it's possible EA will release a standalone free-to-play experience that carries on the narrative we're seeing develop right now. They can do that while supporting Battlefield 2042's core multiplayer in parallel. Again, it could be a survival game, a battle royale, or an extraction mode. Now, 2042 already has an extraction mode in Hazard Zone, which makes me think the other ones there are gonna be more likely. It's long rumored that EA's Ripple Effect studio has been working on their own Battlefield experience, and I'm beginning to think that this could be it. The next fully fledged Battlefield game is likely years away, and if EA wants to keep the franchise relevant, it's going to need something until then, especially with perennial competitor Call of Duty producing a zombie experience for Modern Warfare 3. It's easy to see how the new storyline would naturally fit a PvP/PvE game mode. The season's map is an island and also rumored to have multiple biomes. that all fits with standard survival battle royale fare. Of course, maybe this is all hopium, right? The storyline could just exist outside the main game as a distraction, or appear as a featured game mode within Battlefield 2042, right? Portal is a very powerful tool for developers, but all I can say, to me, this just sort of feels different. Part of me wants to see EA use Battlefield 2042 as a cover for a surprise new Battlefield experience, right? Much in the same way that Archangel is using FindNoPats.com as a smokescreen for Boreas. That would be some clever writing. I also think EA needs a compelling way to get players into the new and improved Battlefield 2042, and offering a free tease would be a smart way to go about it. In that way, it'd mirror Titanfall 2 and Apex Legends, which was conveniently also driven by Vince Zampella. Perhaps the standalone experience takes off, kickstarting that new era of Battlefield that we've been hearing so much about. I do realize the potential pivot of the Battlefield franchise to a survival game mode might upset the current fan base, or what's left of it. Personally, I'd rather see more maps and multiplayer content. Still, I'll give whatever shakes out of this a shot. Do tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Would you play a survival Battlefield game? In the meantime, if you want to get caught up on all of the lore mentioned in this video, I encourage you to check out the ExodusArchives.com. That's a fan-made website that synthesizes Battlefield 2042's story. Comet did a great job on this, and I wish I had it as a resource earlier. It certainly would have made my job easier. You can also check out the BFEE community Discord for guides on how to unlock the new in-game Easter eggs. That said, again, don't forget to tell me all your thoughts on this. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, if not, a dislike. If you want to support the channel, keep your money, share this video. It goes a long way to help, and as always, thanks for watching.